The hospitality industry is on the verge of a massive transformation. And right at the heart of that change is artificial intelligence. So today, we're going to explore how AI isn't just some tech buzzword. It's a seriously powerful tool that's completely rewriting the rules for how we manage performance and ultimately how we create those unforgettable guest experiences.
Hello and welcome everyone. It's a real pleasure to have all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, joining me today. I've spent my entire career right at that fascinating intersection where technology and hospitality meet, and I'm really excited to be your guide. We're about to dive into a topic that is changing our industry from the inside out, moving us past the old ways of thinking and into a much smarter, more insightful way of working.
So here's a quick look at our game plan. We're going to start by breaking down the old school ways of measuring success and see why, frankly, they just don't cut it anymore. Then we'll get into the incredible wide-angle view that AI gives us, look at some real-world examples of how it solves problems, and we'll wrap up with the most critical piece of the whole puzzle, you guys, the leaders who are going to put these tools to work.
All right, let's jump right in. For as long as any of us can remember, what have we been obsessed with in food and beverage operations? It's always been about productivity and service, right? Efficiency and guest satisfaction. And for good reason. But the tools we've been using to measure these things, well, they're kind of stuck in the past.
Covers per labor hour. I'm sure every single one of you has seen this metric. It's the classic. And look, it's not totally useless. It gives you a quick pulse check, a snapshot of your team's output. But if we're being honest, a single number like this is telling a tiny fraction of a much, much bigger story. The real question is, what's it leaving out?
And this is where that old model really starts to fall apart. These metrics are basically blind. They have no idea about the nuance, the quality, the why behind what's happening. They can't tell you that your rooftop bar is absolutely crushing it while the lobby cafe is struggling. And maybe most importantly, they treat a slow, quiet Tuesday the same as a chaotic Saturday night. That's not a fair or accurate picture of how your team is really performing.
This right here is where the game completely changes. Enter artificial intelligence. And I'm not just talking about a fancier spreadsheet. This is a total paradigm shift. It's like going from seeing the world in black and white to seeing it in full, vibrant color. It's finally understanding how well we're doing, not just how much we're doing.
Just take a look at this comparison. It really says it all. We're moving away from these static, isolated reports that are always looking in the rearview mirror. Instead, we're stepping into a new world of dynamic, real-time analytics that give us a complete 360-degree view of everything that's happening in our operation, as it happens.
So how does AI pull this off? Well, the secret sauce is integration. Think of these advanced AI platforms as a central brain for the operation. They're constantly pulling in data from everywhere. Sales figures, labor schedules, service times, guest traffic, even all those tiny little timestamps from the point of sale system. It connects all those dots to finally show you the complete picture.
Okay, enough theory. Let's get down to the practical stuff. How does all this data actually help you on the floor in the middle of a busy service? Because at the end of the day, that's what really matters, isn't it?
Okay, think about service speed. A long wait between a guest ordering and their food arriving, that can totally ruin an experience. An AI system looks at the POS timestamps to measure that exact interval. And when it spots a delay, it doesn't just raise a red flag. It digs deeper and can actually pinpoint the source. The data might show that your servers are incredibly efficient, but the kitchen is getting overwhelmed during peak times. Boom! That's a specific insight you can act on right away.
And here's the really cool part. It's not just about finding problems. It's about finding success stories. AI lets you zoom in and see who's just excelling. I mean, look at Outlet B here. They are knocking it out of the park. So now you can go in, learn what they're doing so well, and then share those best practices across all your other outlets. That's how you raise the standard for everybody.
Now let's talk about something that is just absolutely critical for team morale: fairness. With AI, we can finally create a level playing field. We can actually compare apples to apples, because the system understands that a slammed Saturday night is a completely different beast than a quiet Tuesday morning. And trust me, when your teams feel they're being evaluated fairly for the real situations they're in, that's when they really start to shine.
Now let's be crystal clear about something. This is not about robots taking over. Not at all. It's about empowering our people. AI is a tool, a ridiculously powerful tool for sure, but still just a tool. And its true power is in the hands of the person using it. The human element is and always will be the most important ingredient in the recipe for success. And this is where great leadership comes into play. The data can tell you what is happening, but it can't tell you what to do about it. That's where your judgment, your experience, and your deep understanding of your brand's values come in. It's all about using these insights to make the guest experience even better, not to turn your hotel into an assembly line.
So what's the bottom line here? We are at a major turning point. We're moving from a world of guesswork and static reports into a world of real, dynamic insight. We're shifting from just managing by the numbers to actually leading with intelligence. And the result of all that? A more efficient, a more effective, and a much more guest-focused hospitality experience for everyone. And so I'm going to leave you with this challenge. The future is truly in your hands. You're going to have these incredible tools to create a whole new era of hospitality. So the question is, what will you build with them? How are you going to use this amazing power to not just run a more efficient business, but to create truly unforgettable experiences for your guests? The future is waiting. Thank you.